you'll be able to go and watch this. Now, you know, as awesome as to see this green screen and everything, I'm actually going to switch it to screen share so that you can see my screen during the chat. So I'm going to get that out of the way. Over here on the event page, that can be a place that you can write some comments and things, just kind of showing that you did some participation, ask questions. I don't know. It's there as a place if you need to. But where this is happening, it's happening in TweetDeck. Because we're going to do the Twitter chat, and you're going to look at CI 149. Okay, so here we are. We're in TweetDeck. I am watching the column CI 149. All right, move over one. Okay, there we go. Okay, so what's going to happen is at 6 o'clock, which it's 6 o'clock right now, I'm going to start the chat. Hashtag CI149 chat starting now. Look at the column in TweetDeck for the hashtag. Okay, so usually the person who is moderating the chat, that is me, will then welcome people and welcome to hashtag CI149 Twitter chat. Tonight's topic is 21st century teaching. Tell us who you are and what you want to teach. Okay. So I've welcomed you to the chat. So some of the things you can do, there's a lot of other Twitter chats that you can participate in. I would encourage you to interact with other teachers besides just me. I know lots of people have good ideas. Anyway, so then you would push N and just say, hi, I'm David, and I want to teach history. Right? Hashtag CI149. So don't forget the hashtag.
So it's the same thing we're pretty much doing.
Yes, but I have specific questions for you to answer. So when we do a chat, it is exactly 1 hour, and I throw questions out and you answer them. And I'm hoping that you like this.
So I wrote down space.
Oh, no. That's we just want to compose a new tweet. You're all set. You're trying to make a column like you're searching for that you can't search for your whole tweet. It's not really showing much. Wait. Hashtag, see, this is what I do. When I'm doing a chat, I put the hashtag at the end, and then I put myself at the end. Add notifications. So now these are at the end, so they're side by side. So what should you do? Greet people. So reply and say, welcome to the chat. Now normally the moderator does that mostly, but you can do it too. So I'm going to greet people.
Is that replying on them or just?
Yeah, and I'm just going to do a few people.
And at the end of your greet, you have to put CI hashtag space hashtag.
Yeah, space bar, hashtag CI149.
That's Command Enter?
Yeah, as a shortcut. So I use N to start my tweet and Command Enter or Control Enter on a PC to send it. You know, because you don't get 107,000 tweets doing this slowly. That's all I'm saying. I know, I'm crazy. All right.
If we're replying to somebody else's, do we have to put the hashtag still?
No, you don't have to. So if I'm just saying like thank you, I mean a hashtag broadcasts it to a larger audience of people I don't follow. So if you're like, really, this is not for more people, then don't do the hashtag. But if you want people to see it, then you want to make sure you include the hashtag.
If we're just like replying to somebody else's post from CI 149.
But if it's in context, where it's still furthering the conversation, I like to.
So,
So I mean, it is up to you, because sometimes you start doing a side conversation and then you leave it off. Okay, so I'm gonna, right here, get ready for question 1. Look for the Q1 and you will reply with A1 and your answer and hashtag CI149. Okay, you guys ready to try this? Okay, so no stress. We're gonna get this. Hey, Burgess showed up. Anyone started his book?
yes.
Okay, so if you want to just reply to his tweet, he tweeted on the hashtag, just reply, I started your book. I love it. I'm going to be a pirate. Or, you know, don't. Just say hi or don't. Say that. My book hasn't arrived yet, but my teacher made me get it. He has a good sense of humor. Hashtag, I'm helping send your kids to college. See, I told you I'm funny. Okay, questions. All right, so I'm tweeting out question 1. I use a spreadsheet. Okay, so do you see this? Where I said Q1, what is the purpose of education in the 21st century? So you want to be on the lookout for that. Is the Q1. So when you start, so what you do is push N and you reply A1 colon because you're answering question 1. So you do A1 colon, and then you tell me what is the purpose of education for the 21st century. Put your answer, and then you put hashtag CI149. So give it a try. We're going to see how it goes. You can click this here, or you can push N. So now it's A1, A colon, and then answer the question. So the question is, what is the purpose of education for the 21st century? Don't feel like you have to use complete sentences. You know, you only get 140 tweets. So sometimes vowels gotta go. Sometimes I just need, I don't need that word. Does don't happen sometimes. Hashtag CI149. Yeah. Yeah, and then command it. So the eyes are not at the top. They're there. You got to be at the top. You don't think? It's called.
So,
Oh wait, that over there is your notifications. Hold on. Now, if you scroll, it stops the waterfall of tweets. So you can like pause it, and then you just scroll and catch back up to the top. Twitter is in the moment. You do not have to read every tweet. Okay? You don't catch up. You just read some. So like I'll get behind and then I'll answer a few and then I just scroll to the top and I skip a whole bunch. That's okay. But can you reply to some classmates?
Can we make a new tweet or? Yeah.
Yeah, so when you're responding to the question, now one of the things that I did is you'll notice I put the link in the event. I have a link to the questions. So if you wanted to look at the questions in advance, you could, but you don't have to. So I have this spreadsheet of course, if you know me, you'd be laughing right now because the answer is always a spreadsheet. You'll see this throughout the semester. We're going to use a lot of spreadsheets. Anyway, I have a spreadsheet with a list of the questions that we're going to do. So if you need to, you can look at those. In fact, I will tweet that for you. And wait, here we go. All right, so I just tweeted you.
Professional, come on now.
These are some good answers.
Oh my God.
By the way, SS is students, TS is teachers, PS is parents, because I need some letters to go away.
Oh, I mean, gone. Right now? No. No. Yeah, maybe.
You guys notice in my tweet, look what I just did right now. You guys see what I just did right now? I'm replying. And I put a period in front of the @ symbol.
So I won't leave it.
Because when you reply to somebody, Twitter thinks it's semi-private, like I'm saying thank you. Well, most people don't want to see that. So if you start your tweet with somebody's Twitter handle with the @ symbol, the only people that see that tweet are people that follow both of you. Right? So which is fine if I'm just like replying something that's really just back to them. But if I'm like, this is good, I want everybody to see my tweet. Because let me show you what I tweeted. Because I'm trying to make a statement. I think I want more people to see that than just Annalisa. Google exists. We should have kids look stuff up. Let's see. When's the last time you were in a social situation that someone didn't look something up? Right? That's what we do. Why would you do it differently in your classroom? So I like to tweet that a lot because there's a lot of teachers who are like, oh no, I would not let them use Google. That's a life skill. Just saying. Right? So then I try to like get people to change their mind. That's what I do. So I want to tweet that. So I put a period. I started with a period so that it's more public. I started with a period so it's more public. All right. All right. Is this person Christopher? Is this somebody who's in our class? Let me look. Nope, he's in Missouri. So look at this. This is why I'm trying to do these on Twitter, is because now we get other educators to jump in and give us some help, right? So I think that's cool. I don't know if you do. So this one, now if I click on a tweet, I can see the conversation. So if there's replies, if you click on the tweet, like in the blank space, you click on the blank space of a tweet, there's replies, and to expand out, you can see the whole conversation. So if you notice what I just replied, I'm like, oh, that's interesting. What kinds of things will you teach them? That's not really like a good tweet for everybody. So I left it at, I used the at symbol first. I didn't do the period trick, just so you know. Just pointing it out, just pointing it out. All right. Question 2 is coming up. So this is the thing, is you got to be looking for my tweet. So I'm going to tweet question 2. Do you have to respond to every single question? No. You skip 1 or 2 because you're trying to answer some others. Don't stress about that. Participating in a Twitter chat is not answering every question. It's having conversations. And sometimes you get into a conversation with somebody on Twitter that you don't know, and you miss a question. Scroll to the top and then pick up where you stay, get back at the top. I don't know if I'm saying that right. So question 2, I tweeted it right here. How are you going to support question 1 through your instruction? How are you going to support the purpose of education through your instruction? Okay, here's my problem. What just happened here? I have the hashtag. I'm at -9 characters. So now some of my vowels gotta go. So R, that's super. Now it's an R. My and is the ampersand. Teaching, the E and the A. And the I go. And then U. That's right. I have a college degree, and I just used the U for you. Yes, I did. Feel free to tweet that. Because it's Twitter. We forgive typos. All right. So I like what Antonio said here, so I retweeted it, right? Because if I like it, I retweet it. That's a sign that you like something. You can like it or quote tweet. Quote tweet allows you to make a comment about it. All right, will you take a minute to look at your notifications? So you scroll in TweetDeck and go find what people have said to you. Those are people who @mentioned you. They included your Twitter handle in their tweet. Is there anybody who mentioned you, who @mentioned you, that you want to reply to? So there should be a column in your TweetDeck for @mentions. One thing I like to try and do is I put my notifications next to my hashtag. You see this little symbol with this, a circle with a line in the corner? If you click on that, it allows you to move your columns. You can also just grab them and drag them. So I like to move my columns around so that they're useful to me. I don't know if you guys saw this, but Dennis had tweeted on the hashtag. So he's going to bed, but hey, he included a picture of the 4 C's of 21st century tweeting. Or teaching, not tweeting, teaching. And so what's nice is that when you use Twitter, people will jump in, they give you free resources. And so something I really appreciate. So if you might want to click the heart to save it. I know it says like, but it really means save. The heart means save. Or retweet it if you like it. So you can click retweet. answering question 2, so I should see some A2s. Some people have A3s in here. They're getting ahead of me. So you're cheating. We are on question 2. Yes, I gave you the questions in advance, but if you're answering question 5, people have not seen question 5. All right. You guys ready for question 3? All right, I'm doing question. I know some of you are ready for question 3 because you already answered it. All right. All right, so question 3, what are 21st century skills? What will students need to be successful for their future? So don't forget when you're doing this at home, you don't have me talking. I know you're like, I should be doing this at home. But so you need to be on the lookout for those questions. So it's nice, you just scroll, you find it. A lot of times I'm doing a Twitter chat and all of a sudden I see A4, A4, A4. I'm like, oh, I missed question 4. And I scroll back down and I find the question. Okay, what are 21st century skills? Don't forget to be replying to classmates. Hey, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good, we're doing a Twitter chat if you want to join us.
CA 100.
What? No, it's 149.
That's what I meant. That's what I meant.
So what I'm doing this semester is I'm doing all my discussions through Twitter. And so then they don't have to come to class.
Oh.
So a lot of times you're going to come here and I won't be there.
That's normal.
That's so true.
Now you're cutting your half classes in half.
I'm cutting my half classes in half. Yeah. Okay. You know, it'll be good. It'll be good.
I actually had one my best.
Just so you know, this is being video recorded.
One of our best chats was we did an online chat last year about copyright, and it was like that. It took a 2-hour discussion online that would have been like 15 minutes.
Yeah,
and so,
exactly. These are some great answers.
I'll go look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna play on Twitter today too.
Have a good one.
Thank you. You too.
How was the bet?
Oh, the conference was really good.
Never heard that one before.
How was the bet?
No, I just never heard of it.
Oh yeah, what's a London conference?
Yeah.
I went last year and it was really good. And someone offered to pay for my plane ticket this year, and I'm like, yeah.
Of course.
So I got to present twice in the Google booth. That's so cool.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay, sorry. I'm gonna.
No, I don't want to go.
Oh, look at Antonio. He's rocking this, right? Replying back with a meaningful encouragement. Good job. So this is Cam. He's in Montana, so I'm just letting you know that we got someone from Montana and participating in our chat. Wait, Hal, is this the picture of Tom from MySpace or MySpace? I think it's lagging. Hi, David. So you can find the rest of the chat later. No problem. Try and reply in favorite to a few. Okay, I'm going to throw question 4 out there. How are you going to support these skills in your classroom? Uh-oh. No, here it is. You guys are fun. Okay, so we're answering question 4. Dang it. Some of my former students follow me on Facebook. I cannot look at their Facebook page. I want to burn my eyes out with acid. They post stupid stuff. We need to teach them not to do that. Bad idea to post a picture of you smoking weed. Bad idea. Don't do that. Oh, I challenge you to go follow high schoolers on Facebook and see what dumb pictures of them half naked and whatever they post of themselves. You know what I'm talking about. Go look at your friends. Just reply back to them like, you do know employers look this up. And just go look at your Facebook feed and realize some people are going to lose their job. Who teaches people how to use Facebook? I'm serious. Who does that? Raise your hand. That's your job. Yeah, it is.
Well, no, it's like, we're not even allowed to like follow them at all.
No, you shouldn't follow them on Facebook. That's a bad idea. But how do you teach them to responsibly do this? So think of that. You don't have to come with an answer right now. But if we block everything and we say we're just not going to do it, then they do stupid stuff. So there's ways to do it safely. You've got to ponder on that. All right. All right, we got one more question. You ready for it? Okay, last question, question 5. How are you going to teach differently than you were taught? Oh, question 5. All right, I'm gonna wrap up the chat because I only had 5 questions. Normally I'd like do 9, but I thought we'd have to go slower since it's the first time. So good job. Hope you enjoyed it. So what you want to do is just, you know, you want to provide some evidence in your notes that you participated. So get a few screenshots in there into your notes or copy and paste some tweets into your notes. So your notes are just, that's it, they're notes. And so when you do your reflection, there's nothing in particular that you don't have to talk about this chat if you don't want to. But what are things that you were inspired about based on anything from class during the whole week that you're going to do in your class? What are you going to do in your class? That's what your reflection is. Okay? I want to hear about your classroom and you as a teacher. That's what I want you to tell me. That's what I really care about. What did you learn this week and how are you going to apply it? So you are done with the discussion. So you got that done for the week. And you're done with the workshop. So you got that done for the week. I encourage you to also do the ones on Friday, the Makerspace and the Microsoft one if you'd like. Mix and match, do what you like. And next week, there's no face-to-face component. I'm going to be, I don't know where I'm going. I think I'm going to San Diego. I know, my life is rough. So next week, all the workshops and chats will be online. Okay? Does anyone have any questions?
We just prove that we did.
I'm not really a Nazi. Here's the deal. If this was 9th grade algebra, which I normally would teach, I would be a lot more stringent because they're 9th graders. You guys want to be teachers, and I hope that you think that the activities that I have for you are useful for teaching, and that you want to do them. And if you don't, I want you to tell me because I'm really not into busy work. So the amount of evidence that you really need to provide is really more so stuff that you want to save and keep for yourself. Otherwise, I pretty much take your word for everything. So you just kind of get a few screenshots in there or write a few notes hey, this is what I did. I participated in the chat and here's 3 takeaways. That would be fine too. Okay. So don't get crazy. Okay? If you didn't participate live, just give a little bit more evidence to show me that you were active. Yeah. Okay? Fair enough?
Yeah.
I get to be a little lazy.
We don't care about
Oh, your notes are probably a disaster. They look like a disaster. It's fine. They'll get better as the semester goes on. You'll figure out how to organize them better. But your first weeks, I think your notes will be embarrassing. No, they're really for you. And then, if I have a problem at the end where I really didn't do anything, then I okay. Okay. I only look at your notes if I have to. What the heck have you been doing all semester? That's almost nobody. I probably fail somebody every other semester. Well, an A or B, and then if it's just a few things that you need to fix up, not that you need to have done them, but they weren't quite right, I give you a chance to fix it. So even that statistic that I gave you of 75% got an A, a bunch of those Bs redid their work and got an A, but I didn't update my chart.
Right. And then you're gonna send it.
You don't need to worry. Well, I don't know if I'm gonna do it. But it'll be in the agenda, so you don't need to worry about it. If it's not in the agenda, you don't have to worry about it. Okay, good? Okay, was this good? Right. I'm trying to do it. That's okay.
Mostly
Okay, great. Yeah, how's your website? Let me turn off this. This is recording video. So let me turn that off.